What's good, everybody? Can you believe it? It is Wednesday, June 28th, 2023. This is your daily sports betting brand of record. We are powered, as always, by the almighty SportsLine, the best value in all sports betting. And it's not close. I, of course, am the coach. And as you can see, we have left the friendly confines. We are on the road this week. PGA Tour Live, the Rocket Mortgage Classic. If you haven't watched the early wedge, it's in your feed right now. Now, before we look forward, as always, we must look back. Yesterday, kind of a ho-hum day at the brand, but couple of positives to point out. AB continues to be on fire. Those things cashed literally in the first inning. Mikey B, 1 out of 2. Unfortunately, I was 1 out of 2, but my next level soccer capping was next level. And EC, I want everybody to write in the chat for me. Parlays are dumb. One more time. Parlays are dumb. Put it in the chat because I know EC is watching right now. We all know EC is watching right now. All right, let's bring in the stars of the show. We have absolutely no time to waste. You know him. You love him. And look who I have today. The counselor. Amags or hashtag MoneyMags. South of London, England. My man, the guru. And, of course, the man who's been here since day freaking one, the maestro. Gentlemen, before we get to the meaty part of the show, as you know, we're everywhere. And people are always wondering, where are you guys? Well, I'll tell you today, CBS Sports HQ. Here is what the schedule looks like. Myself and Amazing Grace at 1:30 Eastern Time. We're talking Rocket Mortgage. We're talking baseball. Then at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, the Maestro and Miserable Matt, the Sniper. You can check them out at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Council, let's start with you. A little fade or follow today. And it's a full slate. Only a couple of day baseball games, though. Angels, minus 120. Tampa Bay Rays, minus 150. And the Yankees, who got beat last night. How bad have they become? But yet they're still minus 155. Counselor, who are we following today?
We're going to head toward Arizona for the battle of the Zacks. I really like Zach Eflin. I mean, he hasn't been pitching amazing, but he's been good enough. And frankly, Zach Davies has been getting roughed up over his last, 10 2/3 innings. He's given up 18 earned runs. Zach Eflin, definitely the better Zach here. And it's consistent with my Zach rankings: Zach Morris, Zach Simony, Zach Eflin, and then Zach Davies.
All right, Amags, where are we going today, big boy?
Yeah, well, I hate to say it, but I think I got to fade my Yankees tonight. Last night, really tough loss. And you head into today, Domingo Germán, a little bit uneasy. Don't exactly know what we can get from him. But I actually do like JP Sears on the other side. You know, since the start of May, he's only given up more than 2 runs in 2 outings. So I think I got to fade the Yanks tonight.
All right. Somebody in the chat, by the way, straight up short says, Eric Cohen cost me. Truer words have never been spoken. We say that every single day. All right, Guru. Now, I've given you a couple of minutes to kind of marinate. And I know that baseball's popular all over the world. We just had a series in your neck of the woods in London. It's a fever pitch. Where are you going today?
They're going crazy for baseball over here. I'm going to follow the Angels because I know that they're dear to your heart, and I think they're going to win today.
God, the Guru always knows how. Tight 2-1 game last night. I watched it right here in this room as your stupid Yankees, Amags, could not do anything. Maestro, where are we going?
I think the Guru has it right. I'm going to fade the White Sox. They can't score. Last 9 games, 26 runs. That's under 3 runs a game. Only 3 runs in the series. They had the bases loaded, nobody out. And thankfully, for one of our members on staff, they cashed a plus 10,000 parlay thanks to the White Sox ineptitude, who couldn't even cover that run line. They have a terrible history against Jaime Barria. They're 14-27 on the road. Let's ride the Angels.
Okay, so Guru and Maestro say the Angels, a couple others. As always, hashtag educate and entertain. Take the knowledge for yourself. Now, I told you, we're everywhere, but you need to see where we are as well, right here.
Get breaking news.
Big news coming out of the NFL today.
Highlights and instant reactions.
The largest final round comeback in tour championship history. We're down to the final 4.
I just want to take time to analyze greatness.
Talk winners and losers with a guy who's already a big winner.
CBS Sports HQ. It's all sports all day long.
We've got distress in the chat. Distress, I say. Big Cheesy says, code head for life, but yet Mark says, EC sucks. Which way are we going? Which way are we going? All right. Now, Guru, I don't know if you've been aware or made aware, but a couple of days ago, your mint tea shocked the world again going off the board. And he went off the board, and the team he went off the board on scored 1 run. That 1 run was a home run by the guy that Bucket said was going to hit. at over plus 500. So I want you to marinate on that for a second because we still don't know how he did it. Because I'm going to come to you in a couple of minutes, and I need you to be ready. All right, so here's what we're doing. Pick the prop counselor. I'm going to start with you. Jorge, of course, Jorge Soler would be the first one. When we're talking about buckets. Kyle Schwarber plus 275, and Matt Olson hits him to the moon plus 300. Counselor, where are we going?
Well, I'm staying away from Jorge Soler. It's just not good karma for me. We go to the Battle of the Zacks, or from the Battle of the Zacks to the Battle of the Kents. What am I talking about? Well, it's Kenta Maeda versus Matt Olson, whose middle name is Kent. Matt Kent Olson. Maeda was good in his return start against Detroit, but you can't really compare Detroit and the team he's going up against now. So I'm going to take Matt Kent Olson to hit a home run against Kenta Maeda.
Hey, Counselor, do we not have like the most dedicated crew members maybe in all sports betting? Would that be true? Would you say that's true?
Unequivocally.
Unequivocally. I can't even spell that word. Neither can Buckets. But guess who's in the chat right now? A man who was forced against his will to be on HQ at midnight last night. He's up. Miserable Matt, the sniper. He's in the chat right now. If you have any questions, put them in the chat. He will answer them in real time. Now, it was 1 a.m. Oh, is that Maddox? He says, actually, it was 1 a.m. Damn, what have we done to Matt? All right, well, he's there. Just take his questions and answers with a grain of salt. All right, Amags, where are you going?
Well, you see the hat. So, this Braves team, I think you can back them in a number of ways. And as Maestro has alluded to, 1 through 9, this lineup is just nuts. So give me Matt Olson today. I know it's Kenta Maeda. I didn't go as deep as the middle names here. There are levels to this game. I'm not there yet, Sia, but I will take Matt Olson for the best odds on the board.
All right. And Dustin, by the way, I can't even remember yesterday. You guys are going to have to help me. Somebody put into the chat what our chat play was on the show. I've had a million meetings since yesterday, but I need to know if we hit because Dominic wants to know who gets to play today. And I'm going to find one play from the chat today, but did we win yesterday? While we do that, Guru, I'm coming to you, big boy. Of these three names, well, I guess they don't have to be of these three names. Where are you going today?
I'm going to have to go for Kyle Schwarber of those three names, Coach. I think the Chicago Cubs look tired, jaded. I think they're ripe for the picking. If I go off the board, what about Bryce Harper? What's he doing today? Can we go for him?
Could we go for him, Counselor, today or Amags? Could we go for Bryce Harper? Does he have a number?
I'm not looking at it, but I don't hate it.
Yeah, I'm not looking at it either, but why not?
Why not?
Guru, that's next level capping right there. I mean, all that validation, solid.
He's one of the only players whose name I know. So,
hey, it works for Buckets too. All right, Maestro, where are you going today?
Well, Buckets came on here a couple of days ago, and he went way off the board. I'm going to go off the board, too. Gunnar Henderson of the Orioles gets to face Luke Weaver of the Reds, who's given up 14 homers. And Gunnar Henderson, this rookie, all 11 of his homers have come against right-handed pitching. 6 of those homers have come this month. I think it's a bounce-back day for the Orioles offense after they got shut down yesterday. I think Gunnar Henderson plus 450, a very nice look.
Well, I love any name we could throw out there. Take the information for today or perhaps use it into the future. Hashtag knowledge is power. Now, somebody in the chat said, I think it was Paul Blackburn over 4.5 Ks was the play from yesterday. So now that we know what the play is, did it cash?
It did, yeah.
I'm assuming it didn't. It did cash.
Yeah, he got to 5 strikeouts last night.
Okay, so that's one. So today we need to have whoever that was back in the chat. Give me play number 2. Nick still's going to appear on the show, but if you get 3 in a row, you get to come on the early edge on camera on a day that I am hosting. So we have 1. That is 1. Can we get to 2? All right, now before we get to our board, because today is fire, we've got everything on the board today. But we have to hear from one more of our incredible partners.
Said I'm fired up. I'm sorry your time's up. After the time came from the ashes, I rise up.
Johnny Boy says, Coach, we don't say hashtag. I say hashtag whenever I want. Hashtag. 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 All right. Now, you see how you control a show, Johnny? I do whatever I want. And then you pace and see? Now, one person that I really, really miss, because I get to see him every single day. I can see all the version, how he changes from one and morphs like a caterpillar into a butterfly. It's PGA Tour Sia morphing back into first five Sia. Can I see him this morning, please?
You can. You saw PGA Tour Sia yesterday on the early wedge. You'll see him tomorrow probably on this very show with a first-round matchup. But we're going to go, as you said, Coach, first five money line. It's what I like to do. We're going to go with the Astros first five money line at -102. You can find that number at FanDuel. At DraftKings, it's -115, still a fine number. They're playing at St. Louis. And frankly, I think we're getting sort of the road team discount here because I think the Astros should be favored even in this game. And I think if the Astros were at home, you'd be seeing -135, -140. So no problem here with them being on the road. Again, I think the wrong team is favored. We don't have Yordan Alvarez in the lineup for the Astros still. So you could argue that the St. Louis Cardinals lineup is actually better from a bat standpoint, but it's the pitching matchup I want to exploit here. While Christian Javier hasn't been very good in June, he's been okay, got roughed up by the Mets last time out. He hasn't been great in June, but Nicholas has just not been good in general, particularly over his last few starts. He's going relatively deep into games, so I'll give him some credit for that, but he's definitely pitching to contact. He's definitely allowing a handful of runs each time he's out, or a handful of runs and hits each time he's out. So I'm really kind of focused on the pitching matchup here, which is really the bread and butter of the first five play, is to focus on that pitching matchup. I'll take Christian Javier, who is a much better pitcher in my opinion, long-term and short-term. Give me the Astros first five money line, -102, hashtag Go Stros.
I love it. Counselor getting us off and running. Now, Guru, as next level soccer cappers, we don't always get to bet on all the teams on the board, but Trey Penne was a team that I cashed with yesterday. First time I'd ever handicapped them. And I know as I look at one of your picks today, there is another name of a team that I've never handicapped as well. But I'm anxious to learn, because when you're a next level soccer capper, you can never stop learning. You're up.
Well, thank you, Coach. From one next level soccer capper to another, I am going to kick things off with a game taking place between Corinthians and Liverpool. So this week marks the final round of group stage games in the Copa Libertadores, which is the South American equivalent of the Champions League. All the best club teams from across South America play against one another. Corinthians are from Brazil. They've endured a pretty difficult campaign thus far, and they have no chance of reaching the knockout stage. However, they can secure a place in the second tier tournament, which is Copa Sudamericana, if they finish third in their group. And I think they should be able to do that by beating Liverpool tonight. Just to be clear, this isn't the Liverpool that plays in England. This is a Uruguayan club called Liverpool, named after the English club. They play in Montevideo. Corinthians beat them 3-0 on the road earlier in the group stage, and I think they should be able to repeat the feat at home today. So I've just got a straightforward -138 on Corinthians money line. Give them a -1 Asian handicap if you want a bit more value there. My other one, I'm already feeling terrible about this because you introduced the show by saying parlays are dumb. I'm going to bring a parlay to the table. I had to do something for the CONCACAF Gold Cup. I wanted to do the US MNT, but the line is -4.5. So you have to bet on them to beat St. Kitts and Nevis, which is a tiny little two islands in the Caribbean with a population of 47,000. You have to bet on them to win at least 5-0. I mean, they should be able to do it, but you never know. They might just take a foot off the brakes when they're 3-0 or 4-0 up, and they might not cover it. So gone for a parlay instead, and I am combining Mexico and Panama, as you can see on the screen there. So Mexico began their campaign with a resounding 4-0 victory over Honduras. They should follow it up by beating Haiti and Phoenix this evening. Haiti have never beaten Mexico in a competitive match. I think they're likely to be outclassed. Mexico generally have very strong home support when they play in Phoenix. I think they should win that comfortably. The Panamanians beat Costa Rica 2-1 in their opener. I think they should follow it up with a victory over Martinique. Better team, better players, and I think they should get the job done. Combine them both, cumulative odds of -115. I'm hoping that parlays aren't done.
Do you want to do the work? I didn't think so. There's only one guru. Let's go! Amags, you're up, big boy.
All right. Well, after that awesome analysis, I got to bring some heat right here. And a couple of plays I'm looking at in MLB today. First one here, Blake Snell going up against the Pittsburgh Pirates. I'm looking at the strikeouts here, over 6.5. I got it minus 150 a little bit earlier today on MGM. It's been taken down there, but it's still up at Caesars, a similar number that I still would play. And when you look at this Pirates team, at a larger sample size, they actually haven't been too bad with the strikeout, but you whittle it down to the last few weeks here, especially against lefties, they've been awful with the strikeout. And Blake Snell, he needs to be a stopper today for this Padres team. 6 losses in their last 8 games. Got to stop the skid, especially after, Yu Darvish getting sick last night, not pitching, going to the bullpen game. He's got to get deep into this game and be a stopper, like I said. And we've seen, basically Cy Young Snell over the last few weeks here. 5 starts for him, 5 quality starts in those last 5. He's gone over the strikeout total in each of those 5. So I like the way that he's rolling and the way that the Padres need to lean on him tonight. So if you get deep into that game, I like the prospects of over 6.5 here. And then my second play, I'm actually going to go, if you don't like the minus 150 in the juice there, I'm going to go to something that's, way better on the plus odds side. So it's plus 155 here for Dane Dunning to record the win tonight. I've already seen some people in the chat talking about Texas minus 1.5, play them on the run line or pair the money line with another team. I like the spot for Texas here, going back up against Joey Wentz. If you remember a few weeks back, they faced him in Detroit. And even though they only scored, I believe it was 1 run, they really did some damage in terms of hitting the ball hard. 16 balls in play in that game for Wentz. 10 of them were hit hard at 100 miles an hour or more. So even if some of those weren't falling, they were lineouts, they were flyouts. I think that tonight those are going to be an issue for him here in Texas. And Dane Dunning, he's since he's become a starter at the beginning of May, he's gone 9 for 9 over 5 innings. You have to go 5 innings to record the win. So I think really all we're looking at here is, in that first 5, Texas score a few runs for him and put them ahead and then kind of roll the rest of the way for Dunning. So I like these two here, and, you could pair them together even if you wanted. There's no parlay today because there's only 1 day game. But if you wanted to, you could put these together or look at my Twitter. Maybe I'll put something else out for that first early game there.
And I want to clarify that parlays are only done when EC makes them, not when Guru does it and not when Amags or hashtag MoneyMags does it. Great quote in the chat. Raving says, honestly, Coach, if I wanted to do the work, I wouldn't be a SportsLine member. That's very true. Very, very true. All right. We have arrived. And sometimes you have to stop and think about where you've come and where you've been. Well, we started in December of 2020, and this show has not missed one single day. Not one. Not a holiday. Not a Monday. Not a Thursday. Not one. And me and this man were on show number 1. Memory lane. Sometimes I like it. Maestro, floor is yours.
All right, guys, I'm coming to you live from an active construction zone, so I'm going to make this quick. Starting with the Mariners, over 3.5 runs in the first 7 innings. It's a bet that is available on DK at minus 140. This is a late afternoon game. It's all about Patrick Corbin. It looked like he had found something with 4 solid starts in May, but now everything has fallen apart. He's back to his old self with a 6.55 ERA this month. For this season, a 6.34 ERA on the road. I don't think there's going to be a bottom of the 9th inning, so I'd rather play the Mariners total over 3.5 in 7 than over 4.5 in what will probably be only 8 innings for the home team. And then later on tonight, Zach Davies somehow is still being called a big part of the Arizona rotation. I'm not sure why Torey Lovullo cannot find anyone else. Zach Davies has a 15.19 ERA over his last 3 starts. I wanted to find somebody in the middle of that Rays lineup who I believe is going to be in the middle of some rallies, and Isaac Paredes is the guy today. Crushes right-handed pitching. His OPS is over 1,000 this month, over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. He's coming off a very nice game last night. Only at minus 125. I think it's a big day for the Rays, and Paredes should be right in the middle of it.
If those construction workers are smart, they shut the machines down and listen. Listen to the maestro. By the way, Liddy in the chat, what are you doing? Coach, pitch the like button just like Grace. Liddy, do I really have to tell you to hit the like button? Are you 4 years old? No, it's a question. Are you for your – I'm kidding. I'm messing with you. Hit the like button if you don't mind. It helps our algorithm. It helps the show grow. They're just like Grace does it. Sia, do you like to be told how to host?
I mean, sometimes. I do. Like, I might be hosting later on this week, and I do like to actively promote the like button. I'm just putting that out there.
Interesting. A little awkward moment there. All right, grab your paper. Grab your pencil. Here is the recap, courtesy of the Snake on the ones and the twos. First five, Sia is back. Astros, first five, money line, -102. Then the Maestro, two big plays. Isaac Price, over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs, -125. Then a new bet this year that's becoming more and more popular. First seven, team total over 3.5, -140 of the Seattle Mariners. Then hashtag Moneymags. He's on Blake Snell over 6.5 Ks. He called him, what'd you call him, Amags? Cy Young Snell is what you said?
Yes, Cy Young Snell back to 2018 form.
Yeah, back to 2018 form, -150, little juicy. But as you said, Amags, sometimes the juice.
It's worth that squeeze, Coach.
You're damn right it is. Today's one of those days. Dane Dunning to record a win, +155. Then the Guru. We're going south of the border. Corinthians, money line, -138. Then you're putting a couple together in that gold cup you see. Mexico and Panama, -115. Do not forget, check out the early wedge in your feed right now to get you ready for the Rocket Mortgage. And also early edge in 5 today at 4 p.m. Eastern time, as the entire crew over there will get you set more best bets for the night in sports. And also download the CBS Sports app so you never miss any of our appearances on CBS Sports HQ, like 1:30 p.m. Eastern time in just a couple hours with me and Amazing Grace. So with all that being said, there's only one thing left to do. And I believe you all know what that is. You've got your marching orders. Let's take all of these tickets straight to the pay window. For my entire crew, Lobo, Guru, Maestro, Counselor, Money Mags. I am the coach and the Snake doing all the hard work behind the scenes, trying to keep this train on the track. It's not always easy, but we're always here. We grind for you so we can win with you. It's what we're all about right here at the early edge. Good luck.